They said that aging meant fading, vitality, diminished enthusiasm, and surrendering closeness. However, that is untrue, not even near. For men's health, I'm Dr. Laura, expert with over 30 years of assisting men over 60 in regaining their vitality, link, and blood flow. Following assisting thousands of elderly people across the country, I made an unexpected discovery. Although most people believe that medicines or the sole remedy is hormones, the actual Your Kitchen may hold the solution. Four typical fruits that are naturally revitalize your closeness and vibrancy. These are more than simply delicious treats. They increase blood flow, rekindle desire, and assist in restoring the intimacy you missed. Indeed, they function regardless of your 65 or 85 years old. In a moment, I will name the four fruits that do this and how to apply them to experience greater lively, interconnected, and self-assured than years. Now, don't turn away. What follows could change your golden years. Prior to exploring these fruit that can change your life, make sure you hit tap the bell and click the subscribe button, symbol to ensure you never overlook strong health insights created specifically for your golden years. And if this is useful to you, in the comments, type 1. Otherwise, type nothing. I read each response, and I'm available to continue to get better for you. Let's get started now, right in the middle of it. The four strong fruits that can aid in your recovery circulation and bring your intimacy back to life, past the age of 60. These medicines aren't magic. They are the silent soldiers of nature. Fruits that cooperate rather than interfere with your body. Additionally, the first item on our list may be in your refrigerator already. First, red. The flow restorer is grapes. There was a moment in my own work when I thought only drugs could help circulation in elderly individuals. However, the eye paid more attention to my elderly patients and examined people who refused to age. The more I discovered that something strong was concealed. There in front of you. Grapes in red. Not a few high-tech remedy or exotic supplement, but straightforward red grapes from nature. These bright, tiny fruits may appear modest, but they possess one of the best substances for aging circulation, resveratrol. This organic deep within the blood, antioxidants function. Vessels, facilitating their relaxation and growth, enabling more blood that is rich in oxygen to reach your heart, brain, muscles, and yes, your own spaces. Why is red? What makes grapes particularly distinctive is the capacity to restore blood flow. Indeed, where it is first attempted to be stolen by aging, the lower body. As both men and women get older, it's normal to feel chilly in the feet, a decline in reactivity throughout closeness or weariness that strikes more quickly compared to before. However, when blood cannot move without restriction, neither energy nor neither connection nor desire, red grapes are beneficial. Bring that freedom back. For males who are older, this fruit has been discreetly transformative. Consumption of red grapes has demonstrated encouraging outcomes in enhancing the duration and strength of erectile function due to the fact that resveratrol increases nitric oxide, a crucial substance required to initiate and keep your erections healthy. However, in contrast to synthetic medicines, grapes organically, subtly, and sideways impacts. Red grapes are good for ladies, enhance vascular sensitivity and the pelvic area's circulation, which fades over time. That implies more warmth, coziness, and a deeper emotional encounter when being near someone. The goal is to revitalize not just the function, rather than emotion. What's actually? Is that something as commonplace as remarkable? Because a bowl of grapes might fix what many others thought it was lost forever. Older couples have returned to me. Months later, I was quite aback by how a tiny habit could bring back a significant portion of their existence. Additionally, if I smile because it's simply not a miracle, sound science and wise decisions. Additionally, we're only beginning because the following. This list's fruit is more than just a protector of circulation. It is a fierce guardian of the kidneys and a silent protector of your personal health. All set to locate, find out what it is? Let's continue. 2 cranberries, the guardian of the kidney. If one fruit that I used to the cranberries was underestimated. For years, I considered it to be merely a side Thanksgiving dinner. Red, tart, forgettable. But as time went on, I started to view it in a new way. I began to listen. I speak to my elderly patients who are still felt powerful, alive, and a part of their spouses. Additionally, this fruit maintained appearing in their narratives. I looked into the investigation, and my findings altered all I believed to be true. It turns out that cranberries are among the strongest defenders of the urinary system and kidneys. 2 regions might subtly influence an elderly person's capacity to experience joy, sustain vitality, and maintain closeness. You see, when kidney function deteriorates, poisons accumulate. Slower circulation and inflammation enter spaces we'd like not to discuss roughly. Consequently, there will be less drive and sensitivity, as well as a direct blow to guys to erection power and endurance. However, cranberries act as a natural substitute. Defenders, they contain a lot of chemicals that lessen inflammation, eliminate the urinary tract, and aid in blood preservation vascular health, particularly in the vicinity of the pelvic area. That's beneficial not only for preventing discomfort, it's essential for maintaining unrestricted blood flow where it's most important. For guys, this may indicate more robust and consistent erections, since improved renal function encourages healthy nitric oxide and blood pressure levels, 2 essential components for sexual performance. Cranberries typically mean less to women: annoyance, increased comfort, and increased assurance in intimate situations. Perhaps most significantly, they enable both couples should feel secure and linked without having to deal with the silent chronic discomfort. Some of my patients were silently experiencing recurrent urinary problems, lack of intimacy, or sexual desire, all of whom were relieved to learn that something as easy as adding cranberries to their diet, relief they didn't believe they could get. When you relieve pressure and discomfort from the image, communication is made simpler, and life is made possible by that link, really wealthy after 60. Therefore, whether it's a dried cranberries in a handful salad or a dash of sugar-free in the morning, cranberry juice, this fruit should be a part of your daily routine, for your kidneys, but also for your movement, closeness, and tranquility of mind. However, what if a fruit existed that didn't only shield your inside organs, but genuinely started a fire inside? A fruit that increases testosterone, vitality, and makes your body seem to remember for what it was designed. That's precisely what it is, what we're going to discover next. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. Something is there about papaya that has a sunny feel to it. Perhaps it's the shade of golden orange, or, in your mouth, it dissolves like a soft reminiscence of easier, warmer times. However, beneath its sweet flavor is a secret strength that the majority of adults over 60 lack understand. The papaya is among the most strong fruits to rekindle a man's passion, vitality, and blood flow restoration all throughout the body. I recall an elderly man, a retired educator principal, who approached me in frustration. He lacked energy, had trouble sleeping, and his wife and he had gotten more intimate. Recollection rather than actuality. He was consuming food, clean, going on daily walks, and still feeling exhausted. At that point, we presented papaya into his everyday schedule. Only a morning cup, mixed with a little of Greek yogurt. Weeks later, he was smiling and more when I returned to my office, more than a few flushes. something had changed. Vitamin A is abundant in papaya. C, E, and powerful enzymes such as papain that facilitates digestion, lowers inflammation. However, what truly sets the influence of papaya apart is on synthesis and circulation of testosterone, particularly in older males. It benefits the hormones in the body naturally, whereas increasing the elasticity of blood vessels and delivery of oxygen. That's the type of internal assistance that results in more robust, greater long lasting erections and revitalized physical vitality. The story doesn't end there. Papaya helps women balance their estrogen levels, as well as enhance pelvic circulation, reducing discomfort, dryness, and improving arousal. Additionally, it helps the adrenal glands, the stress regulating systems in your body, so that you can experience intimacy without pulling you away, is tension or exhaustion. My favorite thing about papaya is how it is approachable. It's not a addition. It's not a medication. It's a enjoy some fruit that you can scoop with a spoon. Morning, and feel as though you're working from the inside. It restores gradually assurance and relationship without fanfare, just consistent organic outcomes. Therefore, if you're trying to find a spark, not only in your physical body, but in your papaya is your quiet ally in a relationship. Fireworks are not guaranteed, but it frequently produces something more durable: warmth, vitality, and the will to reconnect. Additionally, when you contemplate weight, fruit can't provide more than that, till the one that is mentioned to you supports your heart as well as your hormones while promoting healthier sleep, love more deeply, and feel lighter. Let's discuss cherries. 4. Cherries, the enhancer of intimacy. Something is there, incredibly reassuring about a bowl of cherries. Perhaps it's the hue, the rich, almost velvet red. Or perhaps it's the way they cause you to slow down. You encounter them when you eat cherries. And apparently, what they do within your body has much greater significance than their preference. I used to work with a late 60s couple who had been married for more than 40 years. They continued to passionately cherish one another, but something had evolved. The husband explained, disengaged from his body, slow, irritated, and silent, mourning the departed passion effortlessly. His spouse, who is just as kind and patient, missed their previous level of intimacy shared, but prevented him from feeling under pressure. They were prepared to try doing something organic. I suggested cherries. Cherries indeed. Considering I had read studies regarding their amazing impacts on inflammation, circulation, and a sexual reaction. They weren't prepared for a lot, yet they were accessible. 2 months they later made a more loving reply, more vital and giggling like newlyweds. And I understood why. Cherries include potent antioxidants known as anthocyanins, have been demonstrated to lessen arterial inflammation, raise the synthesis of nitric oxide, and improve the health of the arteries throughout the whole body. This indicates that blood flows, greater openness, not only to your heart or brain, but to regions essential for feeling, reaction, and sexual desire. For older males, this means enhanced penile blood flow, which enhances the firmness of the erection and length of time without using artificial medicine. Cherry support for women improved blood flow to the pelvis, enhancing the comfort of intimacy, more enjoyable and emotionally satisfying. But cherries aren't always effective. They also have a calming effect on the body. Cherries are a natural source of melatonin, encourage more restful, deeper sleep. Additionally, as you get more rest, your hormone equilibrium, your stress levels decline, as well as your emotional transparency rises. These go beyond biology, changes. They are the unseen components of enduring closeness. Among the lovely qualities about cherries are how they are gentle, no shock, no spike, only gradual, consistent sustenance. They support and soften your blood vessels, your hormone cycles, and assist in bringing your body and mind back in balance. And in a society where pressure and medicines abound, gentle healing like that feels like a present. I have witnessed the transformation of cherries. Connections, not by doing all the repairs during the night, but by letting link once more. They make your body aware of what it can accomplish. Additionally, occasionally, that all you need is a reminder to feel connected. Once more. Now that you are aware of among these four potent fruits, you may be, how can I get started? How do I bring things into my life without transforming it into yet another intricate regimen for your health? Well, that's the thrilling aspect, because of what's to come will demonstrate for you how to bring these fruits into your everyday routine in a manner that is straightforward, long-lasting, and genuinely pleasurable. Here's how to get started right now. If the fact that you are still with me is significant, you are prepared for change on the inside. Perhaps you've been feeling less energetic and linked, or just sick of listening that this is a normal aspect of aging. However, it's not. Not totally. Due to the fact that in actuality, your body still want to answer. It's still trying to recover. And when properly nourished, it indeed, that is possible. I adore this because of this approach. We're not discussing extreme diets, costly supplements, or oppressive routines. We are conversing regarding fruit, actual, whole, and organic fruit that your body is aware of, desires, and reacts to things in subtle ways at beginning and gradually powerful. Begin tiny. Actually, I would advise you to pick only one of the four fruits that we have. Discussed, whoever one talks to you most. Perhaps it's a bunch of delicious in the afternoon, crimson grapes. Perhaps it's incorporating dried cranberries into your dish or oatmeal. It might be scooping out eating a fresh papaya for breakfast or enjoying an evening with a few cherries as you relax. There is no incorrect way to start, and there's no obligation to complete anything simultaneously. What's important is the constancy. Give your body a steady daily indication that you are making a life decision, selecting link and flow. Above. Throughout the coming weeks, you might begin to take note of the small details. Hands that are warmer and feet, improved mental clarity, more restful sleep, even a little spark reappearing in brief closeness. These are the indicators. These are the vigor murmurs saying, I'm remains present. And here's another I've gained knowledge from working for decades with senior citizens across. It's never too late. I have observed males in their 70s, people get back in touch with their partners after years apart. I've witnessed ladies discover comfort in their body once more and experience lovely, not because they are inverted period, but since they support life, they still do. Thus, I'd like to encourage you to check your fruit or refrigerator, basket, or your next shopping list and observe it in a new way. View fruit not only as food, but also as a tool, a gift of healing, a go-ahead. Let today be the day that you start. Not because you were instructed to, but because you're worthy of feeling happy. Stronger, closer, and more vibrant once more than you believed was feasible. You've discovered what to do. You've observed what's feasible. You now have the next step to take. And I'll be here supporting you, each and every stage. Last words, this is only the start. Occasionally, we attain a stage in life where we can silently start to take in less energy, less touch, less bonding. Not because we desire to, but because it seems like that's simply the way it should be as we age. But I'd want to share from one human to another, that this notion is just untrue. You are not completed. You're not too old. Furthermore, your body has not abandoned you. What we have discussed thus far may appear straightforward, only four fruits, yet what they symbolize something far bigger. They serve as a regular reminder of your body of its capabilities to assist you not only get circulation back, but assurance, not merely closeness, but a feeling of complete life. Consider everything you've carried by your body through. The years of arduous labor, the having a family, and having restless nights, the life stressors, the laughter, the wins, the losses. Your heart has defeated in every way. Your blood has poured to keep you moving, standing, appearing day after day. And at this moment, when at last you have time to relish the connections, meaningful moments, intimacy, and love, which you are entitled to encouraged rather than constrained, these four fruits, papaya, cranberries, red grapes, and cherries, though they're not a panacea, they are a revolution in silence. They are effective, not with coercion, but with food, with intelligence, not with loudness. They leave when drugs are frequently unable to enter the small blood vessels, the hormone circuits, the emotional recollection of the sensation to want and be wanted. My hopes, what you learn from this is not merely a shopping list. I hope you remove the conviction that there is yet time to get better your feelings, to put hands together and sense a warming pulse, to awaken feeling refreshed and optimistic, to gaze at your significant other, or even yourself with a thought-provoking spark, had dimmed but never truly disappeared. The fact is that not everything is lost with aging. From us, it also benefits us. It allows us to experience deeper love, to better appreciate, to comprehend what is most important. Additionally, when your body feels full and your blood flow passes easily, your heart grows more receptive to anything. Thus, if all you do, eat a dish of cherries tomorrow, or add a few red grapes to your bag before to a stroll, be aware of this. You're creating a decision to live intentionally, a decision to look after your body. Not, despite the fact that it is broken, it still has a lot to offer. This isn't the road's end, this is just the start of a fresh one, a root of revitalized vitality, renewed intimacy, and perhaps even a rediscovering your true self underlying everything, the temporal layers. You've invested a lifetime of caring for others. Now is the time to look after you because you're worthy of feeling terrific once more. You merit happiness. You are worthy of being connected. And the nicest thing is that the trip doesn't start with a prescription. It starts alongside a fruit slice and the choice to think that your happiest moments may yet be in the lead. Allow these revelations to ignite actual alteration in your life. I'd like to know what most affected you. Give one lesson you'll implement it beginning today. We may get stronger as a team by encouraging one another's paths. Does this video resonate with you? Put one in the remarks if it did, or none if it didn't, the mark. Your candid criticism is helpful to us. Enhance. If you discovered value, hit like in this place. Tell someone who needs to know. Listen to this and sign up for more. Stuff that can change your life. I appreciate you being in this place. Go now and build the life you really want. Desire.